HooHooHooRobin.
No.
Yeah, we got to get.
Yeah, let's get our guest in here.
Come on,
Stephen Piercy.
Let's go.
Hawk, let's move it.
Hey, buddy, Stephen, I'm sorry to make you
How you doing?
wait so long. You might need the headphones.
I need these?
Well, the studio, it just has a lot of gremlins.
I got it.
We're still kind of fine tuning the place.
Where's my volume? Oh, here it is.
There you go.
How's that sound?
Beautiful.
Perfect, right?
Yes.
Stephen Piercy, obviously of Ratt fame.
Yeah.
I'm the rat bastard. No,
You're the Ratt bastard.
I'm just the guy who created that beast. You know, that's about it.
What, other guys hijack it now, or what happened?
I wouldn't like to dwell on that stupid subject because it actually gets resolved one way or another next week. Actually,
Next week has been going on for years.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, we have the band Ratt had two entities corporate, one for touring and one for making the records and visual audio DVD, and I didn't voluntarily quit. I just said we got to step back here in 2000, and they go, no, we're gonna keep going, we're gonna do this and milk everybody for whatever. And I'm like, we haven't even gotten on our feet yet here, you know. They got another. They go, we're getting nursing. I go, well, whoop-de-doo. I wasn't ready to do anything. I was a mess, you know.
Yeah.
Every which way around, and
A mess in what way? Anything you want to talk about? Yeah. Come on.
just think.
Come on, bring it on.
Just think bad. And
Just think real bad?
yeah. And I'm squeaky clean the last few. But anyway, so it didn't go down. I didn't tour, and I just I nothing gets in my way. I just went around over and under and just started a new project and went out again. And all of a sudden they had a singer and blah blah. I'm like, well, whoop-de-doo. Just make sure you pay me per se contract.
Yeah.
And when you decide to do a record, make sure you get a hold of me because you're going to need my signature to do it. So they decided, well, we're not going to make a record, but we're going to tour our asses off and fool everybody and tell them you're the singer when you're not.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah. So
they-
it happened, and I got pissed, and then the end result, it went to the highest whatever on the land, and it's interesting because I really don't want to talk about it much because, you know, I've been working on this book.
Yeah, but
Rat
it's kind
Tales,
of a background. You know?
Yeah, but I've been working on this book, Rat Tales, for a long time, and I'm just waiting on this one thing to fucking close so I can have closure so I can finish this thing, you know?
Yeah.
So it's actually good. It's all good still.
I just want to know, like, because I was reading about the name itself.
Yeah.
And there's an argument over, you know, who owns rights to the
Well, that's
name.
it. One is touring, and I actually gave them my interest in the touring entity because
You
I
did.
found out the market value sucked. So I said, here, sure, go
But
ahead.
now, when you're just hanging out like as kids years ago, who was the guy that actually said Ratt?
Moi.
It was you.
Well, Ratt, yeah, I created Ratt down to the logo and et cetera. Actually established the band. My first band was Mickey Ratt, R-A-T-T, from 76 till 1980 when I moved to L.A. I brought Mickey Ratt to Los Angeles in 1980. Went through every musician, you know, that to put it to a level, you know, to compete with the big bands like the Motleys on the Strip and the Per Se Quiet Rats, blah, blah. And end result, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so I came up with, you know, Mickey Ratt is Ratt, and that's it. You know, I hired them, you know, and this all for one, all for one, one for all crap doesn't fucking work. The guy who creates should get paid, period.
And then
End of story.
Yeah. So were they trying to actually tour and not tell people that it was a different singer?
Well, they did. I'd have promoters call me, especially the last few years, and then fans. I mean, I've been touring extensively. I'll do 100 shows a year. It doesn't bother me. You give me 200, I'll do those. But you know, I actually had a promoter. Hey, Steve, you know, remember me from the arena days and whatever. He's doing this big show. He books those guys, and he's like, hey, you know, why weren't you at the show? And he goes, I thought you were playing. So he literally approached him. He says, hey, where's Steve going backstage? You know, he told me the story. He goes, I'm backstage looking for him. I'm like, where are you? They go, he ain't around. He's not singing this thing. He's like, say what? He goes, that's what I bought. He told me he ended up taking down half the PA and going to call the show off because the tickets weren't selling. When people found out, they go, who the hell is this? You know,
Wow.
there's only two original guys.
Did they try
up
to
there.
get some guy that looked like you or sounded like
No,
you?
actually, they got. I won't even give the guy props. He's a sweetheart, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Opportunist, you know.
I mean, I think they might
God
be.
needed a gig.
I think they might be headed towards that Van Halen 3.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I hope not. My poor that poor logo is just being dragged through the mud. But
Wow.
So I'm the rat bastard. It's even.
Now you
more
can
funny.
can you use the name Ratt
sure,
when you're
sure.
doing your thing? Well, the only point I want to make is there are just some bands that just should not go on without their singer.
Well, I did a lot of the writing, and I was the pretty much
Right.
director and the art director, and yeah, you are 100% correct, sir.
Because sometimes there's like nobody really left from the original lineup. The singer was so like outstanding or very recognizable to the band that once they're gone, it kind of it's not the band anymore.
A great example is the Doors. He just put his head down.
Ian's a buddy of mine.
He's an amazing singer.
But
I love Colt and everything he's done in his career. But when they threw that Doors thing together, I'm like, the Doors that's a perfect example. The Doors without Jim Morrison.
I got a great story about. I actually was at the sushi bar in Beverly Hills, and I'm sitting there by myself, dum-de-dum, and I see the keyboard player Ray
Van
Zurich. He's standing there. No disrespect to him, but I was pretty thrown away. I like to say hello to everybody. It's like me meeting Charlton Heston in a liquor store at 7 in the morning. I'm going to say hello, Moses, which I did. So I'm there sitting there at the sushi bar. I'm like, okay, I'm going to say hello to him. The guitar player Kruger had the same publicist as me at the time, and I went up to him and I go, hey, how are you? I go, pleasure meeting you, Stephen, blah blah blah, and your buddy I've met, and I've almost met all you guys except for Jim, and he looks at me and he goes, don't worry about it, just give it some time and you will. I was like going, Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that all about? Guys telling me, hey, die, you'll be dead soon, okay? What, because I look like this, you freak?
That could be interpreted as, a dig at him, though. Hey, I've met everybody except Jim, the dead guy.
Yeah, well, whatever. Well, so, end result. It's all interesting. It'll all come to a closure, and my nasty little book will rear its truthful head later in the year.
Now, much like Motley Crue, I'm sure there's plenty of great backstage stories.
Oh, there's all kinds of great stories.
Things that happened.
Yeah.
Chicks, of course.
Oh, it's worse than that. But it's not just about the debauchery, the platinum debauchery card. It's about the rise and default of the once almighty Ratt band that I created. It's a story through actually getting there and going through it in a different way, more of a personal. It's not all the the in and out and the ultra violence and shit.
Well, people kind of like hearing that angle of it too. Living vicariously through a rock star, and you guys.
A party book. Well, you better have some really good stories if all you got to say is, look, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. There is more to it,
Yeah, but something, the American people really like those sex stories.
And I'll give it to them.
Backstage, everyone likes hearing about those.
Forget backstage, before stage, on stage,
really?
on stage.
Did you guys have any groupies?
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry about him, Stephen.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I had a quota actually in the day. Literally, I had a quota.
Really?
Yeah, I had this. Would you like to be called midgets? I got, obviously I swiped the idea from Dave. I said, I'm going to get me a midget to have on stage and give me my booze too. So I did. So anyway, I had this guy for a couple of years out there, and yeah, we had a quota of how what we had to partake to be happy.
And would you look out at the crowd and go, yeah, her?
Steve would do everything. I would stop a show to get that pee. Oh,
wow.
Yeah, of course, sure.
What was
Jesus
the quota?
Christ.
3.
A day?
3 a day at least.
3 a day.
3 girls a day?
Oh, of course, maybe more.
Wow.
No big
Damn.
deal.
No big deal for a rock star.
It's part of the program.
Yeah.
No, I think even before this,
tell the
mess,
guy
I was
that's
still trying to get 3 chicks a day.
I was going to say, tell the guy that's selling cars, no big deal.
Well, I mean, it's all rock and roll.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Yeah.
Wow. So what are you doing now?
I'm doing quite a lot of things. I got my second solo record is coming out, Fueler. And spent a good amount of time on that and developing bands. I've got my independent label, Top Fuel Records, the past 11, 12 years. And
Anyone come out of that label?
Well, I'm independent. I like the underground. I don't throw anything out there or try unless it's really developed, and I'm not willing to fall over myself, establishing my label. So a bunch of my stuff, collectible compilations, never heard stuff, Sin Industries Ltd. Out of Phoenix I signed a bit back. Kind of imploded on me. It was Rob Halford's bass player in Fight. Tijuana Bullfight, I'm trying to establish, great band out of L.A. An all-girl band I've been trying to develop for years, Gash Inc. That's going to be great. And
Gash Inc. Nice name.
And we got Eric Ferrantino's solo record coming out, and good stuff. I mean, it's good. And then my solo records and things.
Mm-hmm. When did you guys think it was time to call it quits with the band? Was it internal, or was it the climate of music itself? Because I know a lot of bands that were big in the '80s realized in the '90s, it's over, Johnny. We got to either be able to change or just get out of this.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about when that Nirvana record hit, it was over for them.
Yeah, the weak ones. No, you got to, in this business, music, what's left of this music business, it's entertainment business now, but no, I really wanted the band to stop and take a break in '91. I mean,
91.
Literally from 1983 to '91, we were just, no rest for the wicked, even us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was record, tour, record. And I have this old expression, I feel like a potato chip that's been stepped on. It was worse.
Broken up and stuff.
I had to cancel. Yeah, I had I believe we canceled about a week of shows. And it was time to step back. It didn't have anything to do with the environment, but it was good timing, to stop. And then all that stuff happened, and then we just went on hiatus. The band never broke up or anything, and I started Arcade on Epic Records for a good few years, and then I saw the catalog wasn't getting stimulated, so I'm going, okay, guys, let's do something. And this was '97, and I said we're going to put together a redo some stuff, and it was collage done on our own label, and got everybody to pretty much get it back together. And then Robin, died, and when that happened, we were out on the road, and I kind of then just, besides everybody just being a mess still, I just kind of said, this is it. We got to step back and really be careful, and did the Portrait record in '99, and I didn't like that. It had good intentions there with John Claudner, and that was appreciative, but there was no development, there was no video, there was no nothing. It was just like, okay, here's the record, go get him. And it was like, I've been doing this for years. I don't like this, it's not my thing.
Kind of impossible to really get video airplay anyway.
Well, that's not true, but you see, the fact that people people think like that, and then everybody thinks like that.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
Yeah, but that's just kind of the way it is. It's unfortunate, but it is kind of the way it is.
Me, I think, is totally irrelevant to me. I put it out, you like it, you don't, next. I don't, in that respect, no biggie, but it was, the timing was interesting, and we did that, and, when Robin passed, we were out there, so it just wasn't right. It wasn't right. And then after that, all of a sudden I didn't do this tour they wanted to do in 2000, going into the red. In red, and they go, well, we're going to grab another guy and do this. And I just said, well, make sure you just,
pay
care of me. I'm the main songwriter of the band, co-writer, and, blah, blah. And the contracts say that this guy, Steve, who created the madness, is supposed to be this after the fact for a term, blah. And it never happened, so whatever. It is what it is, and I'm a happy camper.
Do you say to yourself, you look at that situation and just go, God damn, how did we fall into that? Because it seems to be kind of something that a lot of guys from that era trip into after a while, and you wind up being in the middle of it going, I can't believe I'm in lawsuits with my former bandmates. This is like, it's so cliche almost.
Well, it's cliche because it's the people who really don't have that quality to create, direct. There's some people who are made to direct and to steer and to whatever. You get the right parts like I did, but I'm still that director and
others
driver.
are just part of the ensemble.
And we write, co-write, etc. But when they started telling the world that I didn't write songs, I didn't write my lyrics, that I was like a dope head, this and that, which is very hypocritical, and that's when I started getting a little pissed off, because I'd go, even if you go on the Ratt site right now, kids, if you go on that Ratt site, which I actually set up for them years ago, they don't have credits on the songs. And then my lyrics are all wrong, so it's like, you know what? You're weak. Step up. put the songwriters. I mean, the credit. Give credit to those.
Yeah.
I mean, they're taking responsibility, but now they can't fool anybody anymore. It's been 4 years. The band, their cover band, Ratt version, has actually imploded, and so you what you give is what you get. So I'm just waiting for the next chapter and move on, and I'm just.
All right, let's go to Todd on the phones. Todd from Virginia. What's up, Todd?
What's going on, shit dicks? How you doing?
We got Stephen Piercy in studio, man, from Ratt.
Hey, Stephen, got a question for you. How did Rob die from the HIV? How did he contact that? From drugs or from women?
Robin said that he got it from the AIDS, and I mean from the shooting up and the doing the drugs. So that's what he says.
Was there a lot of drugs with the band? A lot of people doing drugs back then?
Of course.
All right, boys, I'm punching out. Thanks, man.
Later.
Was there ever drinking at the shows and stuff?
No.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Look at the way you looked at him.
We're fucking professionals, man.
Drinking, that's for beginners.
No kidding. Actually, yeah.
Now, what was the drug of choice? The H?
What do you got?
You just did everything?
Nobody gave a shit, And they claim to have been, the soberest people on the planet. And I'm like going in court and stuff and making me out to be this bad guy. And actually some older judges and people will look and go, oh, we believe these boys, he's the bad guy. Well, fuck that. What comes around goes around, And that's what's happened, plentiful, like M&Ms, You get tired of it. Me, my forte wasn't the needles and pins. Mine was a pussy party and the paycheck.
Yeah.
But some people, they do their things, they hide it and this and that. But reality, we were all fucked up, and it was whatever. It is what it was, When me and Robin pretty much put this thing, I started the band. Me and Robin pretty much, made it its thing. We didn't care what people thought. We were just doing it. And to this day, we're very fortunate. I mean, there ain't too many bands that can platinum tour, this, that, for years. I mean, eventually.
Do you consider yourself lucky? Because I would assume.
100%.
I would assume you were, sharing needles and stuff.
I didn't shoot out. I wasn't into.
Right.
See, my forte wasn't that. It was mostly pussy per se. My quota. Right. I was I had other addictions besides.
You're probably real happy you didn't decide to take up that habit, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Considering the
needle
thing.
Doesn't all the drugs and stuff affect performances?
No, people can function quite well. Believe it or not, there's many people right now functioning quite well on dope.
Right.
But I don't. It's not a good thing. Dope isn't good.
We got to say hi to Tawny Peaks real fast.
That's right.
Hello.
Tawny.
Hey, good morning.
You're talking to Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton, and Stephen Piercy from Ratt.
Nope, the former Ratt
Ratt
vocalist dude.
What's up, Tawny?
Oh, not much. Just getting up, getting motivated for the day.
Oh, just wakey.
Well, actually, I've been up for probably about 45 minutes trying to get some stuff done around the house, but...
Okay, and?
Where are you? Are you in New York, or as I call it, the Big Apple?
No, actually, I'm in Detroit.
Ooh, Detroit. What does a porn star do in the morning when she wakes up?
Masturbate.
Not a porn star, number one.
Oh, Opie.
Told you, Opie.
Not a porn star.
Can you please clarify for Opie, please?
Yes.
What you've been saying it all morning.
What are you?
Actually, I'm a
Adult?
mom and a housewife now.
Yeah, a mom and housewife, Tawny Peaks, not a porn star, Tawny
No,
Peaks.
back in the day, I
Opie.
did the cover Playboy Voluptuous Vixen '98.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
you never did porn?
No, I never did hardcore porn. No, I did not.
No.
I did do pictures for magazines.
Right.
But a lot of people...
Photos.
Voluptuous Vixen videos, all...
Wouldn't that be considered...
R-rated.
Wouldn't that be considered porn, though, or no?
I guess, in a sense, yes, but in a sense, no, because when you think porn, you think hardcore.
Yeah, there were a few videos with you in them, though, right?
But, yeah, like Voluptuous Vixens, I mean, it's R-rated. You see that kind of stuff on HBO.
Yeah, so it's like a softcore, they call it.
Exactly.
And it was a lot of girl-on-girl?
No, actually,
No?
it was mostly myself.
Just yourself?
Just doing painting, doing stupid things. I really didn't get into the video part of it.
Painting? Oh, that's cool.
So we shouldn't call you a slut, obviously.
No, you should not.
Yeah, I know.
Of course not.
A lot of people confuse like what softcore is with hardcore. There's definitely that distinction because some people will make it.
There is a major distinction.
Yeah. Like,
Get some coffee in your ass.
like you didn't show the pink, right?
Pink. In like
Right.
pink? It's a song off Social Intercourse.
You guys get over it already.
Yeah, get
Try to
over
get under
it.
it.
I try so hard to keep this show on the right track, Tawny. And
Thank
I get
you.
people like Opie and Jimmy, Steve, everybody just making problems for me when I'm trying to conduct an interview.
Well,
with Tawny
true.
Peaks.
We don't have you on the phone to talk politics. Let's be honest with each other.
No, I thought you wanted to know what was going on with eBay.
I guess.
No.
What? Yeah, definitely. You did sell your implants on eBay, right?
Yes, I did.
And a lot of people said that. Well, that's kind of an odd decision to make. I mean, do you feel that those people have some kind of like, you know?
What?
Yeah, I agree.
What the hell what are you going to do with
It was
those?
an odd decision to make. You're absolutely correct. The
Yeah.
way it went down was my husband and I were watching Jay Leno on a Friday night, and he had some odd things sold on eBay. Well, needless to say, the next day I was cleaning out some cupboards because we moved the past couple of years, and I came across with a box with implants in it. And
Well-
my husband, I brought it up to the attention in the office, and like, look, what I found.
So,
And he was like, he thought he tossed those when we moved. And I said, I thought you did too. And then we started remembering about what was on eBay the night, or what was on Jay Leno the night before. And I said, do you want to put them on there? And he said, no, we're going to buy them. I said, oh, yeah, well, we'll put a high reserve on it. And if they do, we'll take the kids away for the weekend. If they don't, we'll just toss them. So
Fascinating.
that's how it happened.
Listen, so
Wow.
you sold a part of your body, technically.
No, it wasn't a part of my body.
It was in your body for a long time, and it made you some good money. I would think selling your implants would be,
Sick.
dare I say, a slutty thing.
Kind of.
Will you guys get over the slutty thing, or I will hang up the phone?
Yeah,
Please
no,
do.
No,
Don't have
no.
the phone because it's
Tawny, I'm sorry.
My question was, eBay has a thing about selling like body parts and stuff like that. Was there a problem with that because they said that was a body part or no? Because eBay does have a weird thing about you can't sell like bones or anything like that.
Right.
Well, actually, the implant, in order for me to take it out of the hospital, had to be sterilized. I mean,
Yeah.
they reuse tools. They're sterilized all the time. So it
Yeah.
was completely, it was fine.
How big did the implants make your tits?
I'm sorry, I
Mammaries.
can't hear you.
How big do the implants make your tits?
The mammaries. The mammal.
They basically enhanced them after I had my son because they drooped. So I had the implants put in to pump them back up again. It wasn't really to make them much bigger. It was just to...
So when did you stop doing any type of nude modeling?
97.
97 was the last time, and you stopped because of your child?
No. I stopped
No?
because I wanted to get out of that industry.
So so 97 you stopped selling your body
Actually, I
for
didn't
money.
sell
You know, so at 97 you decided to live the clean life
That's one way
and
to-
stop being a slut.
That's not the way to
Exactly.
put it or anything, Opie. You know.
So since 97 you haven't been too whorish.
Opie.
Yes.
Enough.
I.
Enough. Hello? I knew she'd hang up.
Boy, get a cup of coffee in you first before you call.
I knew she was hanging up. There was no way. I couldn't be good cop in that situation to keep her on the fucking phone.
My memories, my best.
Who is she kidding? And as soon as someone says on this show, "Don't do that," or I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah, oh boy, you got.
You ever
ruin your show and hang up on you because me and my memories.
Do we have
nah.
do we have the Tommy Lee phone call? We got to play that for Stephen Piercy.
Yeah?
We have that, right?
Tommy.
Is it short?
He's my gladiator buddy from way back then. We had a street gang called the Gladiators back in 1980.
Really?
When we first hooked up. Yeah, me,
Jimmy was in the
Vince.
Lords.
Yeah,
Oh
gang
yeah,
called the Lords.
me, Vince, and
Make the sign.
Nikki. Nikki was leader 6. Robin was King Crosby. Vince
Wow.
was Field Marshal. I was Rat leader, and it was a good thing.
He
We'd
was
trip
Jimmy
around.
Robinson.
Right on. There
I
you
wore
go.
a cape and Helen helped me.
Right on. There you
Pretty
go.
cool.
Why don't we take a break? They're gonna find the Tommy Lee.
There we
thing.
go.
All righty.
But what are we gonna talk to Tawny Peaks about?
What did she want to talk about?
That she sold her implants,
And
for,
that she's trying to wake up.
for.
I'm like, who cares that she sold her implants?
I forgot the amount, but it was some kind of.
And I did it because my sagging was sagging. Yeah.
Great.
My son sagging to see what I take
I'm gonna hang
eBay.
If you say that, I'm gonna hang up. It's like, well, right when she said that to Opie, I'm like, well, she's hanging up.
Oh, well.
There ain't no way he's gonna let up. Like Opie's gonna go, oh, okay, then I won't say it
I'm
again.
sorry, because
I know.
this is our big exclusive interview with Tawny Peaks. Don't want to
Yeah, there you
don't
go.
want to
Yeah.
blow the big interview opportunity.
There you go.
Kurt is here too. Oh, you want to check out a what does he do? Curtis, the gay black rapper's here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's black.
He's not black.
He's very light skinned, but he's black. Yes, he is. He is. I know Curtis for years.
Wouldn't you call him white though? No. I don't get that whole thing. You got a drop of black in you. You're black.
Hey.
If you're more white than
That's
black,
funny.
wouldn't you be white?
Curtis is black.
Shut up.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. That is the rule, though. If there's a little black in you, and the white is, as people say, tainted.
That's a black guy?
Yes.
No.
He said he might be
Are
half
you
and half.
black? Yeah, he's laughing. All right.
He might be having a. I don't know.
Steven, you can hang, right? We'll talk more.
I can hang for a bit. I got some. Yeah, sure, we can hang a little bit.
All right. Well,
Black and white. Yeah, I said that.
Steve, did we ruin your
What?
Did we ruin it for you by
Ruin
hanging
your
up?
contact over there
Right.
at the Tawny Peaks camp?
I didn't book that.
No, who booked
Nothing
that?
to do with that.
Who booked that?
He had nothing to do with that.
Who booked it?
Who booked that?
What do you think?
The booker?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, now we're in
boy.
trouble.
Booker, the baker, the candlestick maker.
Now we are in trouble.
Wow, we couldn't get the Sly Stallone interview, but we got the Tawny Peaks interview.
That's all right.
And I woke up, my son, their tits sagging. I hang up.
Sold them on eBay.
Goodbye.
Great.
How much?
She was not. Oh, I just woke up.
My sagging son tits. I was. Hello. Hey.
No.
Goodbye.
Enough out of you. That
I'm gonna hang up because I'm special.
All right, let's get Curtis, the gay black rapper, in here. We'll talk to Stephen Piercy a little bit more. We got the Tommy Lee hang up.
Yeah. Oh, Tommy hang up on you?
Yeah.
Well, that just reminded. I mean, you call the show and go, "Don't say that, or I'm gonna hang up." Then what do you expect from us?
Well,
You can't call us. You can't call us out on that stuff.
Yeah, you know the form you're going to be going to. Please
Exactly,
be prepared
exactly.
for the war.
I'm going to challenge that guy in his blackness. That guy's not black.
He is.
That's the biggest thing I'm challenging.
On his
That guy is
blackness.
absolutely not
We
black.
don't even care. I don't care. He's gay. He's not black.
He's quiet. He doesn't really say that.
I don't want him to prove he's gay, but I want him to prove he's black. All right. Well,
We got his.
yeah.
We got a CD. Let's listen.
Oh, does he have a
take
CD?
break. Yeah, he's got a CD. We'll take a break and let's do it after the break.
Cool. All right. Thanks.
I like when Ben takes charge.
Yeah, someone needs to around here.
Robin,